Hello, everyone, and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time, where someone from India, someone who's originally from India, is actually being nominated by President Trump to be the director of the FBI, and this individual is actually being grilled in the Senate at the time I'm recording this video. Let's take a look at this video from Kash Patel, who's trying to be the director of the FBI, subject to confirmation in the United States Chamber of Congress. Let's take a look at him basically greeting his parents, welcoming his parents who flew all the way from India, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about his position, what he's going through, and I'll let you be the judge as to whether he's a right candidate to lead the FBI in our country. And he ends this clip by saying Jai Shri Krishna, which means praise the Lord. Let's take a look.
I'd like to welcome my father Pramod and my mother Anjana, who are sitting here today. They traveled here to get here from India. My sister's also here, Nisha. She also traversed the oceans just to be with me here today. It means the world that you guys are here. Jai Shri Krishna.
Now, what's really bizarre is that after the January 6th hearing, Congress actually released Kash's information out to the public, and then Kash received many horrible threats against him, against his family. He was concerned about his safety. He wasn't sure if he should step out because he was concerned that he would actually get hurt, and he was called some really horrible names. Here's an interaction between Kash Patel and Senator Lindsey Graham, and let's take a look at what Kash had to go through in order to get to a point where he's in front of Congress today. Let's take a look.
Have you ever been subject to racism as an individual?
Unfortunately, Senator, yes. I don't want to get into those details with my family here.
Oh, let's get into a few of them. Tell me about it.
Well, if you look at the record from January 6th, where I testified before that committee, because of my personal information being released by Congress, I was subjected to a direct and significant threat on my life. And I put that information in the record. I had to move. In that threat, I was called a detestable sand nigger who had no right being in this country. You should go back to where you came from. You belong with your terrorist home friends. That's what was sent to me. That's just a piece of it. But that's nothing compared to what the men and women in law enforcement face every day. And that's why they have my support.
Now, speaking of Congress, the Democrat, Amy Klobuchar, was extremely hysterical when talking to Kash and said, "Did you say you would shut down the FBI and reopen it as a museum of the deep state?" And I think Kash's response was actually pretty phenomenal. Let's take a look at his response. Let's watch.
Did you say that the FBI headquarters should be shut down and reopened as a museum of the deep state?
Mr. Chairman, are we allowed to go an extra time?
Let's see. You get a second round. Before I call on Senator Lee.
Could he just answer the question if he said that the FBI headquarters, where they investigate cybercrime and terrorism, should be shut down and opened as a deep state?
Hey, Mr. Chair.
As a museum. Did he say that the headquarters should be shut down?
Mr. Chair.
I deserve an answer to that question. He is asking to be head of the FBI, and he said that their headquarters should be shut down.
Mr. Chair, parliamentary inquiry.
You got anything you want to say, Mr. Patel, before I go on to Senator Lee?
The rest of the interview. This is why snippets of information are often misleading and detrimental to this committee's advice and consent process.
If you consent, I would love to have 5 hours of questions, and then I could read the whole transcript.
You've got 2 minutes.
Wow.
Damn! Simply this. If the best attacks on me are going to be false accusations and grotesque mischaracterizations, the only thing this body is doing is defeating the credibility of the men and women at the FBI. I stood with them here in this country. In every theater of war we have, I was on the ground in service of this nation. And any accusations leveled against me that I would somehow put political bias before the Constitution are grotesquely unfair. And I will have you reminded that I have been endorsed by over 300,000 law enforcement officers to become the next director of the FBI. Let's ask them.
Mr. Chairman, I am quoting his own words from September of 2024. It is his own words. It is not some conspiracy. It is what Mr. Patel actually said himself. Facts matter.
So this is worth acknowledging. This is worth repeating. This is what Kash said. If the best attacks on me are going to be false accusations and grotesque mischaracterizations, the only thing this body is doing is defeating the credibility of the men and women at the FBI who stood with the rest of the country. Now, he also said, I was on the ground in service of this nation, and any accusations leveled against me that I would somehow put political bias before the Constitution are grotesquely unfair. And I will have you reminded that I've been endorsed by over 300,000 law enforcement officers to become the next director of the FBI. So, let me know what you think about Kash Patel's nomination as the next director of the FBI. And do you think he would be a good candidate based on what you've seen in this video? I can tell you that I've had enough time to research him, and he does seem like a very, very passionate individual. And if there's one thing that we can all agree on, is that we need change. We need passionate individuals who try and lead the country in the right direction. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Welcome to our channel. If you're watching this video for the first time, please click like, please click subscribe, please enable notifications. I will always bring you honest, unbiased information and help you make sense of this crazy world that we live in. I started my channel many, many years ago. I've had to take a break in between because I was going through some personal stuff, but I'm back. I'm looking forward to creating good, valuable videos, helping you make sense of what's going on, not just the news and current affairs, but also help you to become a better investor of your money, help you to live a better life, just help you improve emotionally, financially, because we all know that the world is getting crazier by the minute. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Please click like, please click subscribe, please enable notifications. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.